Hello, I'm Bonnie Boswell. We recently interviewed Pastor James Lawson of Los Angeles about how to overcome racism in America. One answer, he said, was to become better educated about our collective past. Now comes a new book, The Underground Railroad by Colson Whitehead, to shed light on that part of the journey. We caught up with him in New York. For those who don't know the story, tell me briefly, what's the story about?
Well, the novel is about a young girl named Cora who's on a plantation in Georgia picking cotton, and she meets someone who knows about the Underground Railroad, enlists her in an escape, and it turns out that the Underground Railroad is a literal railroad underground. I got the idea from when I was a kid. I think a lot of people, when they first hear about the railroad, in 5th grade or 4th grade, they actually envision that the Underground Railroad is an actual network of tracks beneath America. And then you find out a minute later that it's not. I don't think I'm alone in not getting the greatest grounding in the history of slavery in elementary school. I think we learned that there were slaves, and then Lincoln came, and then everything was good. And there were Jim Crow laws, and served but equal. But then Martin Luther King came along, and suddenly everything is fine. It is hard if you're a white person who wants to contemplate that your great-great-grandfather abused, tortured, possibly hundreds of people. If you're African-American who wants to actually contemplate the horrors that your nameless ancestors endured. I am trying to tell a story. I am making a comment on American society. I realize that just to be true to slavery and what happened to my ancestors and everyone who was brought over here and enslaved, I was going to have to be a lot more brutal on my characters than I've ever been before. That was the hardest part. On the next episode of Bonnie Boswell Reports, Colson Whitehead talks about the connection between Syria and slavery. Please join us. For PBS SoCal, I'm Bonnie Boswell.